Hey folks, it's your boy Kevin from Kevin's Auto Review. Welcome back to my channel. And today's video, I'm here to present you this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. And this one is the Latitude Altitude. So I think this one is the base altitude because as you guys can see, these rims are smaller than the last model year from the altitude because they call this one Latitude Altitude. So I'm guessing this one is actually the base trim. These Rams, the way you're looking at it right now, they look like they are 18-inch wheels, which they actually 18-inch wheels. So, what does that mean exactly? So, for 2026, Jeep Grand Cherokee has a slight refresh. Not big, huge refresh because the rear it's like the same, but the front end it's absolutely, totally, totally. I'm not gonna say totally different, but you're gonna see a lot of differences from the last model year, because as you guys can see here, the grill it's actually, you know, looks meaner than the last model year, and this down here is like it looks like it can ready to bite something. I don't know what it's ready to bite, but in my eyes, it looks so pretty damn good. And down here, so if you guys know your Jeeps, the the current generation, this generation, you know that all like altitude they don't have fog lamps. So that's how you know this is not a limited or a overland for that matter. So down here we're gonna get not functionality. This is not functional, which is a thumbs down. But the reason that it's a thumb, I give it a thumbs down because I know a lot of you probably not gonna like that. But to me, I don't really care for it because it's a Ni4. It's not the V6. It's not a V8. So like you're still gonna get functionality down here. So technically, to me, like I don't really need the functionality down here because like they could have add like maybe um still like a fog glimpse like optional for the altitude, but so far maybe like for 2026 you can option it. But as of right now, the way I'm seeing it right now, as you guys can see as well, like no fog lamps for this altitude trap, but you're still gonna get this night as LED headlights and this daytime running lights and turn signal actually look different with this looking like a blade type of thing. So it looks amazing, and you got the flat silver that looks so freaking good. So no more chrome. Like I don't think any trim you choose, you're not gonna get any chrome with this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. Now let's head to the back and no, let's head to the side here and see what we're working with here. Tires. You're looking at 265, 265 on the width, and you get 60 series sidewall, and also you get 18 18-inch wheels, which is totally blacked out. And like I said, because this one is probably like the base altitude trim, so you get an 18-inch wheels. But to me, because they black it out, it looks a bit better if it was like, chrome or silver or a flat gray or whatever. But to me, it looks great. To the side profile here, sorry about my shadow being in the way. So to the side, I'm sorry, folks, this vehicle's not clean yet, so I had to, did my best to bring it to you. One of the first person out here who actually review this 2026, and I'm actually gonna drive this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. And I'm also gonna bring you guys another video about the limited reserve. I haven't seen any Summit or any the top Summit trim, but for now, and let's enjoy this video and see what we're working with here on the back. So on the back here, it's literally the same. You know, they I don't think they change anything, any single thing on the back. I'm sorry because it's actually like kind of dirty in the back here, but like I said, they don't change. You still get this nice LED lights on the back, turn signal, reverse light, and no finishing exhaust. So now for 2026, even the Summit, the Overland, no matter what trim you go for, you're not gonna get any finishing exhaust, which is a thumbs down for me. That's that's the only thing I get disappointed for 2026 because it used to be like for okay I understand for the base trim they don't give you finish or that, but like a Summit, Overland, or even like the limited reserve, like they should like give us like a finished exhaust. Maybe they're saving that for the SRT whenever it come back, probably like for 2027, I believe. So I heard rumors that like Sonentis is up, but to bring back the SRT for the Jeep Grand Cherokee. But let's keep our finger crossed. So they actually brought it to life. So now let's check out this freaking um engine and see what we're working. All right, guys, this is the engine, the N94, which is I know a lot of you for a mid-sized SUV, you're gonna be like, what the heck is Stellantis is doing? Like bringing N94 instead of V6 or a V8 under the hood. And as you guys can see, there's a lot of space for a freaking V8, you know. But this one is the Altitude, so technically, they can like save that engine for the base trims, you know, and then they give you like for the limited, for example, they give us like a V6, and the top trim they give you like option as a V8. But unfortunately, that's not what we're getting. Hopefully for 2027, like I mentioned, they actually give us like a freaking SRT for the Jeep Grand Cherokee, and nothing will make me happier if they brought back the SRT or even the Trackhawk. So now, what we're working with here, the engine cover looks okay. It's not the best, but I love the fact that they spelled out Jeep Turbo from the engine. So what are we looking at here? We're looking at 2.0-liter inline four turbo engine that produces 324 horsepower and 332 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60, maybe I don't have a 0 to 60 time yet, but I can guess probably it's gonna make it like to maybe 6.5 seconds or under under 6 seconds, give or take. But we're still gonna get the 4xe, I believe, and we're still gonna get the V6, which gonna still have less horsepower than this one. So, but the V6, I believe, is only gonna be on the base trim. Any anything like from the limited reserve top trims, you're gonna get the inline four as standard. And now let's check out the interior. Well, let's check out the price and see what we're working with. Guys, if you're looking to get your hands on a vehicle like this, you can come here in Dorchester, Massachusetts. If you want to purchase a brand new Jeep, they're available now. So come here. Like I got Richie here, that's gonna take care of you. And now, if you want to know the price, because you want to purchase this nice, lovely looking Jeep Grand Cherokee, the way it's option, we're looking at $48,025. So it's quite a bit of a money for a base altitude, if you ask me. But nowadays things are getting pretty expensive. So if you want to worry about MPGs, we're looking at 23 combined, 21 on the city, 26 on the highway. Now you get better fuel economy, and it's gonna be actually faster than the V6. So, like, would you rather like get better fuel economy and I don't know how this engine sound like really, since I'm gonna drive it. So I will let you guys know how it feels behind the wheel of this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. If it's like any different, from the V6. Now let's step out inside and see what we're working. All right, guys. Now we're about to head to the interior of this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. As you guys can see to the door here, we got a nice door panel, even if it's not the top trims, but still gonna get this fake wood that feels pretty nice, pretty soft. And you got your window control right here. So I believe the two in front actually gonna be one touch, but the one down here actually gonna have to hold it, unfortunately. But you got a nice door pocket down here, which is fantastic. And I believe you're still gonna get the upper sound system for the bass trims. If you want the Macintosh sound system, you're gonna have to step it up to the big trims. Now, for the seats, you got seat control power seats, which is fantastic. And let's step inside of this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee. So, what do we got here? So we basically got this nice steering wheel that looks nice, but I wish it was actually, a flat bottom steering wheel. But you're gonna have your control for your, gauge cluster, which is um fully digital, and you're also gonna have your cruise control here, and this is gonna control your 8-speed automatic. You know, if you want to do it manually. But now the start engine is no longer right here, so it's actually down here. So you put your foot on the brake, and you put the start button, and voila. It's actually sound pretty good, even if it's on line 4. It doesn't sound awful when you start up the engine, if you ask me. But maybe some of you might think differently. So what do we got here? So like I said, we got fully digital as last year's. So basically like that, the same thing. I don't believe gonna get it a full map display, and this one, since this one is the base trim, unfortunately. But if you're looking at like a brand like a GMC, like GMC Acadia or Chevy Traverse, every base trim is gonna get a full map display. Unfortunately, as much as I love the Jeep, I wish they had that. Maybe it can be optional, but right here we're gonna get this nice 12 inches of screen, which is gonna be standard for all trims, which is fantastic news. So you don't have to go to the top trim to get a nice screens like this. And your volume button feels pretty nice, if you ask me. And you got the heating seats and heating steering wheel on the side here. And you also got this nice wireless charging, which is gonna be ventilated, so you can like while you're charging your phone, so it doesn't heat up. And you're gonna have your AC control down here, your drive mode. You got sport, auto, snow. So this is how it's gonna look like for snow. When you switch it to sand, you got this. And now when you change it to sport, you got that. So if you're familiar with your Jeep, so I believe last year you didn't even have your drive mode down here for the Altitude. So for the 2026, you're gonna get the drive mode like the limited, which is fantastic news. So yeah, folks. So if you wanna move this. So it's actually gloss black. So since most of you gonna have it open, so like a person like myself, I'm gonna have it open. So not gonna bother much, but for the gloves black, it looks nice. Yes, it looks nice. But the fact that your fingerprint is gonna be like all over the place, so it's not gonna be looking that good. And you got two cup holders here, and you got a nice storage. You got nice storage down here, and you also got storage down, nice storage down here as well. And you got white stitching. The seats feels nice. It's not leather seats. Not expecting that from base trim, but yeah, folks. So now let's see what we got on the screen. So the screen is actually feels pretty nice. It's pretty like easy to use, like no drama, and you got cameras right here. It's that it doesn't have a 360 surround view camera since this one is a base trim. Unfortunately, some vehicles even on the base trim they like Chevy Traverse, even the Chevy Equinox, they give you a 360 surround view camera on the base trims. But unfortunately, Jeep is not doing so on the base trim. But in the limited reserve, you're gonna get like a 360 surround view camera, which is fantastic. So I don't believe last year, like any model of like a limited, maybe I can be wrong, but I didn't see any Jeep Grand Cherokee Limited that has 360 surround view camera. And you got this nice Jeep, this nice graphic on the side here, which looks so freaking good. So now let's go on the back and see what we're working with. All right, now folks, let's head to the back and see what we're working with here. So basically to the back here, let me get the same material as the front. And you got a nice door pocket here. So these storage down here, this pocket down here, they're not my favorite if you ask me. But now, thing is, to get back here, I believe I'm not sure if you can slide the chair back. Yes, I can. So that gives me like a little bit more space, but I'm not sure if I can slide it. I don't think I can. But yeah, folks, so down here you're gonna get AC vents. You're gonna get connectivity down here. You know, you're also gonna get a power source. But other than that, the seats looks comfy. They feels nice if you ask me. Now the armrest is nice and comfy, and you got two cup holders here. So yeah, folks, that's about it. And let's check out the back from the front. Like let's check out the front from the back. Nice view. Cannot wait to review the top right now. Alright guys, let's check out the cargo area and see what kind of space we want. We in the back of this Jeep Grand Cherokee, and as you guys can see, guys, this one you got a lot of space. Well, on my next video, I will actually give you guys the numbers, how much cubic figure space you got, but it's still gonna be the same as last year because this one they did not redesign it. They just give a light refresh. You know, the big the big thing about this 2026 is the engine and the screen in there, and they give you a nice front fascia. So that's about it. Now let's go for a spin on this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee, and I will see you on a split second. So to close this bad boy, the button is actually located right here, and not up here. So any Stellantis product, you're gonna have your power button on the side. So now let's take this bad boy for a spin and see you in a split seconds. All right, guys. Now we are driving the brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026. Now, about to see how it feels with this M94 turbocharged Hurricane engine. Put my seatbelt. So The way this vehicle feels so far, I can say that it has a lot of more technology than before because now even in the base trim, you know, you're still gonna get this large screen, 12 inches of screen, which is perfect for 2026, and you also gonna get option for the engines. You're still gonna get the V6, but the V6 is only gonna be for the base trims. If you wanna step it up, you cannot get the V6. Which the V6 is gonna have a less horsepower than the M94. So, and this one is gonna get better fuel economy. And I also can say, guys, that the seats feels pretty nice, even if it's the extreme. It's not the summit, it's not the limited reserve, but it still feels pretty nice. And it's really spacious in here. That's what I love Jeeps. Like I'm 6'5", and I can say that you know there's a lot of space in here. Now driving this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee is actually pretty nice compared to the V6. Let me see. Step it on here. Yeah, feels a lot quicker than the V6. So when I get the chance to take this vehicle on the highway, so today I'm a little bit like in a hurry here, so that's why I'm not gonna be able to have the chance to take this bad boy on the highway. But when I finally do, I will give you guys the demonstration of what this baby feels like on the highway. But so far, I can say it drives pretty good. When I step on it, you know, the sound, it doesn't sound terrible. I know a lot of you gonna be like, "Oh, it's a Jeep Grand Cherokee. Why they give us like inline four?" Well, you still get the inline four for the 4xe, but this one is a plug-in hybrid. But with this 2026, you're still gonna get the 4xe, and you got the option for it. I wish they give us like an inline six Hurricane engine as well. They could have just like give us like for example like I said, they give us our inline four for the base trims and inline six for the limited and V8 for the top trim as an option. And then they give us like the SRT version of the Jeep Cherokee. But hopefully for 2027, they actually brought us the Jeep Grand Cherokee SRT, or even the Trackhawk for that matter. But for now, let's enjoy this beautiful Jeep Grand Cherokee. Now I cannot wait to review the 2026 Summit, the top trim, because the top trims, I want to see that, the ambient lighting and stuff, so I can do a night review as well. So we'll see. All right, guys. So now we actually on the highway. Not technically on the highway. This is like technically like a mid highway. So right now there's a lot of traffic. So technically, I want to give you guys a little demonstration of what this car feels like. So when I step on it, yeah. So it's a lot quicker. I'm not gonna say like way quicker than the 2025, but this 2026 is actually the engine respond even more than the 2025. I should say. You know. So when I'm driving this vehicle, like when there is no traffic, I can take this bad boy on the highway and show you how exactly it feels like on the highway. But for now, it drives pretty nice, pretty comfy, if you ask me. So this is the first test drive, guys. So I have more videos coming up for the top trims. I will give you guys another test drive about this Cherokee. Hopefully, I get to do it earlier so I can show you guys, how it's actually drive on the highway. But like I said, it's a lot more expensive than the 2025 for sure. Yeah, guys, you get the big screen for 2026. Even like on the back, they didn't really do nothing. I expected like to do like something, but the thing that they did in the back that I'm a bit like disappointed is the fact that the top trim, no more finishing exhausts, no more. So maybe they're saving that for the SRT if they actually bring it back, like I said. But for now, they took it off. It will look a lot cleaner. I don't mind it for the 2-row, but the 3-row, the way it kind of look in the back with the finishing exhausts, it will look a lot better. But yeah, folks, this is the 2026 Jeep Grand Cherokee. And shout out to my boy, Richie. If you want to purchase this car, he's gonna take care of you. This car is a car that like compare like to for example, like a Ford Explorer or Chevy Traverse. Yes, the Chevy Traverse, like you get 360 surround view camera on the base trim, but this one feels a lot better. I haven't really drove the Chevy Traverse. I do a little bit of spin on the parking lot, so that was it. But like with this Jeep Grand Cherokee, like when you see it in it, it feels a lot nicer, if you ask me. And I think they can last you longer than a Chevy, in my opinion. So, guys, let me know what you guys think about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee. Don't don't just take my word for it. Come to the dealerships, take it for a spin, and see what you think. Like because I know a lot of you gonna say like, okay, it's on a 9.4, it's not a V6, so but come to a test drive and see like what do you think about it. And now then you can make a decision. Don't just make a decision because like okay, oh it's a 9.4, but it's a lot faster and it gives you better fuel economy. So now um I will see you guys in the split seconds and see and wrap up this video. Alright guys, it was a pleasure for me to bring you guys this first drive, this first full tour about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee 2026 Latitude Altitude, which is kind of like a new trim, for a Jeep Grand Cherokee for the 2026 model year, and get to try this inline 4 turbocharged 2-liter turbocharged engine, which is all-wheel drive with an 8-speed automatic. And I can say that yes, the V6 kind of sound like better than the inline this inline 4, but you get a lot more power. It's quicker. It's not you know a huge difference, but it actually feels quicker, if you know what I mean. And I can say that if you want to purchase this vehicle, you can come around here if you live in Boston. This one is located in Massachusetts. So I believe they have two available if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, guys, this car looks better if you ask me. It looks better than the last model year. It feels quicker. You got better fuel economy. Now, if you compare this like to for say like a Nissan Murano, for example, because this one is the 2-row, right? The Nissan Murano, I haven't really reviewed the base trims, but I would take this over the Nissan Murano. It looks a lot better. It looks a lot meaner. So I would take this over a Nissan Murano in a heartbeat. So let me know in the comment section down below, guys, what do you guys feel about this brand new Jeep Venture. Do you like it? Do you hate it? To me, I would definitely purchase this one over the competition. Why? Because in my eyes it looks better. And also, I wouldn't mind getting a base trim Jeep Grand Cherokee because the screen is actually standard for 12 inches. So no matter what trim you go for, you're still gonna get the 12 inches. So let me know, guys, what do you feel about this brand new Jeep Grand Cherokee? And like always, please subscribe to my channel, like it, share with your friends, your family, and just like always, guys, stay safe out there.